All right, so I finished painting this wall. I've got the filler on it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put one of these stencils. And throw one of these stencils on. I might even do the brick one. So what I'll do is I'll get some paint, just poster paint. I'll put some poster paint in there, like that. I'll get a big brush, a bit of water. I'll hold that up a bit there. And then what I'll do is I'll just paint it on so it looks like a rock. Like that. It's a bit difficult because it's sort of on a bend. I mean, it's not going to be symmetrical. I don't want it to look symmetrical. I just want it to look like it's some sort of part of a rock. Might have to put some more water on the old brush there because it's not doing too well. But you'll get to see what I'm talking about once I take the stencil away. Shit everywhere here. They're a little bit fiddly to do, but you get the idea of what it will look like. I mean, it's not going to look perfect. Supposed to give it that rough look. I'm not sure how this is going to turn out, but really should have spray painted it on, but actually using a brush. You can sort of see it looks like a rock sort of thing, partly. Alright, that seems dried a bit. Not too worried how this turns out because this bit actually faces the wall, so you don't really get to see it. You only get to see a little bit. So we're going to put just a little bit of black over it. You can sort of see it gives it like a three-dimensional look now. Sort of looks like a real a brick wall with mortar in it. That was the idea of to do that, to get it to look like that. I've just got to fix up that little bit of corner, although it actually looks pretty good like that. It looks like the mortar's broken away from the corner. I'll patch up the top. I've got to do all the grass up the top here as well, so I'll fix all this up. I'll end up doing that next, I'd say. But yeah, you can see the idea of what what I was going for there with the bricks. Makes the bricks look a bit old, and they look like real bricks. I'm pretty happy with that. So, but as I said, you don't really get to see that bit. You probably only get to see about a quarter of it from the angle, depending where you are, because this side of the track here faces there, the back wall, so it'll sit along that wall, along there. The only bit you'll really see is probably this bit here. That's the main bit that you'll only get to see. Alright, we'll just let that dry, and then we'll continue, and we'll do the top section. We'll do the grass. So what I'll actually do to do that is I'll paint the top of that green. I'll just use poster paint again, water-based paint, and then I'll put the green grass, the artificial grass, on top. Alright, so I'm going to paint this green. Just going to add a lot of water to it to wash it down a bit. Oh, there's one thing I forgot to do, which is important. I don't want to get anything on the track, so I'm just going to mask up the track. There we go. So put a bit more green paint on there. Water it down a bit. Down to the bottom. This is just the base of it. It's not actually nobody can see through, so I don't put too much paint on. It's still a bit green. It should be a lighter colour like that. See, now it's going a different colour. A bit lighter. And what we'll do is we'll put our artificial grass on it. First we've got to let it dry. Then we've got to put the glue, put our glue paste on it. So we'll get that organised. So what we do is we put a little bit of PVA glue in there, craft glue, whatever you want to call it. Just not too much, just a little bit. That. Put a little bit of water in there as well. I think we're doing a cooking show. That's something I made earlier. We mix it up so it becomes like a water paste, not quite too watery, but just, you know. And that helps the grass stick to it. Beautiful. Alright, so we've got a little bit of green in there. This is actually dried out enough now, so we'll just put our paste on. Make it nice and wet. Sticky. There you go. More. Okay, now we'll get our static. And we'll just touch it on on there, so it's got a contact. And as you can see, it's actually putting the grass on, putting it everywhere, and a little bit here. Street light, that'd be great. Okay. Ah, fuck! Ah, shit, I just got zapped. That's one thing you don't do. Okay. God damn it. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear, but yeah, that was good. That hurt. Oh, God. Just gotta be really careful of that. I accidentally pressed the little red button and got a zap. God damn it, that was bad. Now I know how bugs feel. Okay. You just got to be careful when you don't press the button. That was interesting. Right, so we'll put a bit more on. We'll go for a darker colour this time. And you can see how the static, I did it again, didn't I? How it pulls it up. It actually absorbs it. A bit down here. And what we do, get our jar. You don't want to waste this stuff. It's like gold. It's very precious stuff. I'll just put that back down there again. And I'll just get some water and I'll spray it. That will hold it down. And I'll put a little bit more in there. I'll go for a lighter green again. Actually, no, we might go darker again. So we've got 3 greens on there at the moment. Keep away from that damn button. So we'll go a darker green this time. I really should have put street lights in last, but it's a bit difficult, so here we go. You can see how the static is pulling it up. It looks lovely. See, it's like little spikes sticking up. So what we'll do, I'll take the tape off now. We'll let that dry. That's one part completed. So yeah, we'll just let that dry and that'll be completed and we'll see how it looks. Obviously I'll have to, you know, I'm gonna have to touch up little bits and pieces and fix this up, but we'll let that dry. That'll probably take, I don't know, a couple of hours for it to dry. And we'll come back and we'll see how we go.